Empire Tabletop!
Welcome everyone back to Empire Tabletop. We're all the same people we were. I was going to introduce myself, but, well, maybe we should. I'm Marcus.
I'm Kage.
That's Ray.
Well, that's Aki.
Shut up, you already had your turn. You can't introduce someone else.
Kyra.
Mike.
Garrett.
Alright.
A bunch of losers.
I want to throw something
And,
No!
Anyways.
and
We're
this,
mature adults.
in this session, after you guys finished, activating the ritual, getting everything ready to go,
The giant.
you were warned by, Zadaria about, a group heading your way.
Yes.
Contained a retired watch guy named Halleck, Sister Marta, Jorgen the Smith,
Yes.
James O'Toole,
It's all coming back to me now. Really? Is it
And,
James O'Toole?
yeah.
Wow.
and Bianca Devalia. So that's fighter, cleric, rogue, who with a big hammer,
That's
monk,
an odd combination.
and bard.
I love how James O'Toole's like the only normal name in there.
But he's a tool.
And you guys decided instead of having them run through your dungeon, you would just meet them up close, you meet them outside, I should say, because you wanted to perpetuate a myth that you couldn't get inside without certain passcode.
Also, we were really bored.
With that.
You're also bored. So they approached James O'Toole,
I'm gonna laugh every time I hear that.
who was a monk, offered one-on-one combat with Owen's character.
Who kind of called him out and baited him into the one-on-one combat. And they cheated.
Yes, she did. And it went poorly for him. He landed, I think, one hit, and then
Did like no damage.
got flurried to shit. And in a fit
It
of
was funny.
Yeah?
They actually all had a laugh, except I was tied up.
I forgot
Oh,
that.
right. Why was he tied up again?
I was
Because
tied
we were
up
trying to
because
psych them out.
I was trying to hide the fact, like,
All right, you were bait. We
I was
disguised you
bait.
as someone who wasn't you.
I disguised myself as a noble, clearly tied up and in need of rescue. Spoilers, that is a lie.
it was kind of a convoluted plan. It basically
Which worked. Don't
worked.
you diss it.
And let's see. After that, Marta ran up because James was getting his ass beat and healed, and of course that was in strict defiance of the one-on-one combat.
And
So
murdered.
the fight started, and
And my character was so very happy.
yes, so a bunch of the fight got started. People were swinging, and then Aki decided to help.
Oh, right.
What did you do?
I
again?
helped so good!
I can't remember what you do.
Yes, she did.
She did euphoric cloud.
I literally did nothing for the rest of the fight.
I literally spent my entire turn worming around because I was tied up, but I was trying to worm to
we
escape.
forgot to untie you.
I might as
It was,
well have been
Because we're
fascinated.
evil!
No, I could get off
was-
myself.
We're
I
all
just
fascinated by Aki shenanigans.
So you're either fascinated or you couldn't see into combat, so
Yeah.
nobody could do fuck all.
Because euphoric cloud is much like fog cloud, which is, I believe, 20 feet, 30 feet radius.
20 radius, so 40 feet in diameter.
40 feet in diameter cloud. She dropped it right on top of the fight. And it... The way it works is, of course, it obscures vision, so no one with ranged combat can do shit.
That's great.
It also makes anyone who failed a will save?
Will save.
Will save.
See,
Fascinated, which means that you can't do anything. You stand there staring at the cloud if you're inside of it, unless you get attacked or approached by an enemy aggressively. And Aki has a pretty good character when it comes to maximizing saving throws.
Screwing
So
us over.
Fucking shit up, yes.
yes.
so everybody failed their saves pretty much, at least if not in the first round, then the
The
round
only
after.
one that didn't fail was the priestess, who I was aiming for,
Yeah.
so that was tragic.
Which
So,
is, by the way,
Let me put this in haiku terms. My character was like Hinata wanting to hit the ball, and your Kageyama kicking me in the ass.
that's,
Fuck you.
That's something to put on the list. Also, by the way,
Sorry.
she was going to freeze the floor
Yeah, she was going to freeze the
She
floor.
was-
I came this
Before
close, but I was
afterwards.
pretty sure Owen was going to outright kill me at that point.
Yeah. I think that because he was a monk, Owen's character could deal with the cloud.
Yeah.
And eventually managed to beat up everyone except for Bianca, who was the bard. And they kept Marta alive and pulled her out and into the barrier, or the so-called barrier that doesn't actually exist, claiming that and set a password and stuff like that to pretend that this is how you're supposed to get in. And,
We spread a rumor that you must be invited in.
Yes.
So he said, we invite Sister Marta, and threw her in the barrier.
Yep.
We feigned that was
And
there.
Oh, that's what we did. Okay.
8 rounds later, no,
It was a
7
long
rounds.
time.
7 rounds later, the cloud goes away. So Bianca, the last surviving person, and also everyone else who was stuck in the cloud at the time, snap out of their stupor, and she sees that all of her friends are dead or kidnapped, and she runs back to Farhold, which is exactly what you wanted, because you wanted a survivor. So, all in all, pretty good encounter, even despite some of the people's contributions.
Yeah. Aki, you jerk.
It was good times.
It really was.
So the next day,
I want them all.
a reward was posted for Marta's retrieval for 500 gold.
Oh, good. More toys to play with.
No one had come in for the request yet, or no one's taken that up yet. But it does mean that more people are likely to, approach.
Just picturing Uncle Bob going up to one of those reward pushers and just drawing like a couple more zeros with crayons and trying to get more people to come so he can kill them.
The day after that is when you ran into Brendan's Breakers, or I should say Zadaria ran into them.
That's like the worst name for a party ever.
It was an adventuring group that that was planning to assault the Horn, but they never quite made it out because
They never made it in.
this note came from Zadaria. New adventurers in town calling themselves Brendan's Breakers. They have been broken. No further difficulties. So I think that
So
Uncle Bob
doesn't like her.
Uncle Bob was upset because he wanted to fight them,
Mm-hmm.
even though it's Zadaria's job to keep people from attacking the Horn.
Fucking Zadaria.
She
We
just
could tell
does
her
her
to-
job,
You
okay?
know what? We could tell her to take a vacation, honestly. It's like, you can take a break if you want, get
You
some,
are fired from breathing.
Or we could make her work harder.
get some truffles,
I'd make her work
have a nice
hard.
vacation.
Make her work harder.
Sounds like
And,
a good idea.
And make her look better for the boss.
Our
Trust me.
only objective is to get the Horn running. Our
Trust
boss
me.
didn't
Well,
tell
and,
us.
and
We're
it's
doing
running. Time
just
to do whatever we
fine.
want now.
We're doing just fine in reputation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I want to kill things.
I think
Me too.
I can't think of other stuff that happened during that particular week. You guys might remember more.
That was a lot of building.
Yeah,
That was a lot of
building.
a lot of the session was us rolling dice and having more stuff happened. The criminal, it was more of us doing a bunch of illegitimate enterprise and increasing their drug rings. And at the end of the month, of the in-game month, we got a bonus as our cause was furthered. Thus, the criminal organizations within the town of Farhold started to take an interest in our endeavors. Wink. And joined.
Wasn't like I, talked to them or anything. That's good. But anyway,
You also rolled for some rumors, rolled for this and that, and yeah, a lot of selling drugs and hookers and stuff like that for extra cash.
hookers and blow.
A lot of very good rolls from everyone for those attempts. It hasn't backfired on you yet, so you should be happy about that. The other thing, I guess, that happened was that Aki made a request to Baron Vandermeer. She wanted an orphan girl who dislikes Mitra because whatever, like
Reasons.
someone who was disenchanted with Mitra. So Vandermeer was like, "Yeah, I can get that done for you. Just give me some time." Past that.
Yeah, so Aki's a pedophile.
How's Aki a pedophile? Her character is 14, 15.
Yeah, you don't need to be an adult to be a pedophile.
I think you kind of do.
Okay.
I know how things work.
Aki's character just wants to make friends, like Kage's character does.
And is this also
No, I make friends.
Is this also the same session that Aki got you know who or we sit? Or
Nope, that's next session.
Okay.
Speaking of which, we're pretty much ready to wrap things up. So,
Yeah.
Empire Tabletop. Out.
In.
Out.
Well,